This morning was a very emotional moment, and I'm still very moved and affected. And we cried, and so I cried, and so. I'm very pleased that we have the King as our guest today. It's a great honor for us that he has come with his wife from Cameroon to Germany to Cologne to face in person for the very first time the LEFEM, this sacred wood sculpture, which disappeared from the kingdom during the Bangwa German War more than 120 years ago and has been in German museums ever since. I am very delighted that the King and his delegation, who have also come from far away, from America, from Italy, but also from Bonn, have come to show us the deep emotional bonds they have with the LEFEM, with this sculpture, and to experience 120 years ago. It was in our last exhibition, our last show, Resist the Art of Resistance, that we have told for the first time the long story of resistance of the Bangwa people and their king against the German invasion. This story is directly connected with the sculpture, the LEFEM. It was him, the LEFEM, which was the very first object one could see in this show, in this exhibition. It was this sculpture who welcomed the visitors to listen to another unheard story, a painful story, a story of 500 years of anti-colonial resistance in Cologne. This was actually our goal with this exhibition, opening up a new chapter, disrupting hegemonic narratives, revealing, reversing, rewriting, and reinterpreting the colonial narrative, colonial injuries and wounds. I would like to quote Aimé Césaire, how he defined colonialism. And I quote, "Colonialism is a system which drains societies of their essence, undermined their institutions, confiscated their lands, smashed their religions, and destroyed artistic creations." I think it is crucial to take this into account, seriously into account, in order to better understand the high emotional element of restitution. And this we have seen this morning. Colonialism and coloniality hurts, deeply hurts. It hurts. In contrast to the forgotten official history written by the conqueror, the memory of the attacks and devastation of the German Schutztruppen and the Bangwa German War are still very present in the southwestern region of Cameroon today. Chief Charles Stack speaks of the traumatization of the Bangwa population by these violent events and their consequences, and emphasizes that reconciliation between Germany and the Kingdom of Fontem is still pending. After we closed the show, Resist the Art of Resistance, in January 22, the sculpture, the LEFEM, is now back in our permanent exhibition, and I'm sure that the visit of this royal important delegation and today's discussion will deeply and permanently influence how we as a museum will deal with the sculpture, with the LEFEM in the future. Who will tell his story, and how or if we will continue to show it as long as it is part of the collection of the Rautenstrauch-Joest-Museum until, and this I really hope, until the city of Cologne will probably decide his return to Cameroon. We, the museum and team, see ourselves in this process of restitution claims beyond all necessary legal and diplomatic negotiations as a transparent and democratic platform for alternative and unheard narratives, stories. We try to create a space in this museum that has to be understood as not being decolonization itself, but generating the potential for decolonization. So what could it mean for museums to become active agents in this project of worldly repair? What could it mean to create a platform which becomes a tool for communities to publish themselves? For me, these talks and meetings are the starting point for coming to terms with the violent history and building a new relationship between Germany and Cameroon, between Cologne and Fontem, between the museum and the palace of Fontem, between you and me. That means reconciliation doesn't mean only recognition of the colonial crime committed by Europe, but also of the suffering and deep trauma that it has caused and which is still present today.